are these things coming from a good heart, or whether a good heart, not good heart, we should listen to them? Philip.
You know, first and foremost, I want to speak on Irabo. Irabo is a fine gentleman, an officer who believed in this country, who wanted to solve the problem of the insecurity. Irabo was supposed to be the chief of army staff, but they took him and put him in chief of defense. That the chief of defense staff is like a retirement. You don't have power. It is when you talk about fighting the insecurity, it is the chief of army staff that had all the power, because the chief of defense staff is like a coordinating office that coordinates the air force, the naval, and the army. It doesn't give direct instruction, and it's political. As at that time of the appointment, remember it's under Buhari administration, and you know the role the Buhari administration play in the security that is in this country. It was under that government that the Mete Allah was like a demigod in this country. Part of is the front arm of the government. Irabo is from the south. He was kind of a cripple. He was put away, he cannot function. So the man who was caged for 4 years or more now decided to say, this is what I experienced. I think it's a commendable effort.
I don't think so. I think you are giving excuse for
opinion.
Yes.
Having said that, we come to the Ralph Aregbesola, what he has said. What is he saying? Aregbesola is, you see, this is the interesting aspect of the Nigerian politician, because Ralph was a right-hand man of Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu appointed him as his commissioner in Lagos, even though he was from Osun State. Ahmed Bola Tinubu makes sure he becomes governor of Osun State. And I also believe to a large extent, he becoming a minister. Ahmed Tinubu also contributed.
You know, that one, that's where their rift started tearing apart.
Now that they are no longer at ease, Aregbesola now suddenly found out that Ahmed Tinubu is no longer a good man. He's not competent, he's clueless, he cannot solve the nation's problem. I am agree with you 100%. What happened during the years while he was in the saddle? We remember his tenure as a governor of Osun State. Workers were not paid. The only thing he was able to do was to turn, the Osun State into Muslim, that secondary school students should dress in a particular form to school, and that caused an uproar, a big problem in Osun State. The same Aregbesola is telling us how to put this right in this country. Your question is very awkward. Is it from a good heart or from a selfish heart? My answer will be is that it's from a selfish heart, because we now have a common enemy. Let's come together and fight the enemy. What happens when you get into office? Will you do the bidding of the people, or you will do worse thing? Because we have seen people who have criticized government in this country. When they get into office, they became worse than the government they criticize. That's what we are witnessing today in this country. So that is, on this table we have advocated that, look, we want fresh blood all entirely. That's why on this table we have never, that look, this ADC, the way it's structured, especially from you, this is not the alternative to the government we are expecting. If these are the people that are in the ADC that are in coalition, then we don't have to look further. We don't need them. So I agree with you.
Okay, Okafor, Rauf, but I've taken an examination. I mentioned Lucky Irabo, General Lucky Irabo. Everybody that was in government, all of a sudden when they are out of government, they now know the solution of Nigerian problem, and they had the authority. Now, Rauf is speaking. He didn't just speak about choosing 5 persons from each political party in the Senate to determine who becomes the new INEC chairman, not the only and all the recs. Is it from a good heart, or these people do they speak from a good heart?
Let me just take that of Irabo, who happened to be, let me call him elder brother.
Yes.
I don't agree with his position. If we continue like that, Nigeria will not grow. Nigeria will not grow. Okay, so you should either be in or out.
Yes.
If you think you are in a place where you are incapacitated or where you can't do certain things, any place you can speak up is a wrong place, because this is still a democracy. Any office you are functioning where you can't do what you think you should be able to
what
do
is right
for any reason, it's a wrong place. I mean, we've not got that power that stops us from being resigned. It was the other day in Akwa Ibom that the governor just said, let's move to another political party. He didn't tell them to commit a crime.
No.
And some commissioners said, no, we are not going with you. people, do you think their hunger has killed them?
No.
Forget about all this. Forget about all this. See, you are responsible. He was the head of the military as at the time the military didn't perform. Simple. There's no way of painting it blue, black, white, yellow. He was at the helm of affairs. He's coordinating people. They are saying he's still their boss. They actually changed people under him and they returned him.
Yes. All the other chiefs, they were under him.
So they were under him. So no matter how you try to paint it to exonerate yourself, no, if there was failure under you, there is a failure under you. There is success under you. There is success under you.
Because they were ascribing to
That's right. So let's not get into that, because if we continue like that, this Nigeria, we are not going to live here. Let's stop telling ourselves lies. Okay, this attitude of becoming righteous when you are out, all of a sudden we should just throw it into the trash where it belongs. You know, like this of Aregbesola, you've said it. She was a commissioner. All those people, didn't know somebody else should appoint INEC. It is now that a party that has 5 members are the most of the parties that were unable to put in 5 members,
or they don't have at all.
That's what I'm telling you. Parties that do not have at all. The 5 members that is in National Assembly, who know if they rig themselves there. So if you're a less rigger, then you should be allowed to appoint the next INEC chairman. See, leadership by impulse should be thrown into the trash. And I have told you clearly that in as much as we want alternative to Nigeria, to the government we have at the moment, it should not be those that will set us backward again. He said it. ADC remaining as it is today, still a fulcrum of Aregbesola and disgruntled and people who are angry with Asiwaju. We are not looking for people who are angry with Asiwaju. We are looking for people who
can move Nigeria.
Present a better alternative. Something better than Asiwaju, even possibly something better than good luck. That's what we're looking for. Because people are not seeing the difference between Asiwaju and Buhari, because he promised to continue from where Buhari stopped. It appears he's doing it. we just hope he does it in the next 1-2 years. Because I have always said I will be happy. I will be the happiest person if there is real progress in the next 1-2 years. Because I love stability in some form. Do you understand? You know, they say the devil you know is better than the angels you don't know. So in that regard, Aregbesola and co should find, when they are talking of INEC reform, they should bring something constructive, not a party that has 5 people there. What about that good parties that do not have anybody there? Simply because they were not able to bribe people. These 5 people, maybe, let me tell you, because you are less in number in National Assembly doesn't mean you are the best.
No.
Some people are local champions. They can take any unknown party to their locality
and win election.
Bring out gun. Bring out everything, hoodwink people and win election. And when they have 5 of them across Nigeria and they go to National Assembly, they become the minority, you ask them to give you their next chairman.
And we have so many of them like that.
Let's not get there.
They have been at that place in their locality, they will always win election.
Even though the name of their party is TTC.
Exactly.
Because they were area boys before they were the head of Motor Park.
Look, the area where Senator Ndume is,
so you see that these people
that is riddled with banditry, and
he will win. He will always win his election. So if there are only 5 from that kind of party, you ask them to nominate their next. You see, it begins to tell you that people don't know what we are saying. These are the set of people that threw Nigeria into the dustbin, and they are telling you they want to rescue Nigeria from the dustbin simply because what did Asiwaju do to them? Is Asiwaju going to have 10,000 ministers? He not reach you again, he not reach you. Their anger is that Asiwaju didn't appoint them. It's not more than that. It's not more than that. He can't appoint all of you.
But that doesn't mean we should not have electoral reform.
We should have. I've always talked about it, yes, that for you to be competing in an election and you are the one to nominate
it's an abnormality.
It's not right. No matter who they say is going to approve or check or screen or leave those, we know Nigeria. I don't like to deny where we are. If a president is appointing somebody, there's no Senate president that will not approve.
Especially the one we
leave those one, the one on your mind, the one that's standing on his mandate. Let's not. So we should cut it off from the source. Yeah,
but I wanted to speak on Ethiopia. Say they are coming to learn.
No. Yeah, you know, there are a lot of things Ethiopia can learn from Nigeria, and Nigeria can learn from Ethiopia. Mind you, the man didn't say they have just come to learn. He said we can learn from each other. You know, Nigeria it was remarkable that within a short while, Nigeria was able to probably expand and give a kind of credence to our voting. It used to be how many millions votes from Kano before. We didn't see it anymore. INEC was able to achieve that with beavers in a short while. That is commendable. That's what anybody should learn. You understand? When you now arrive in the morning, you do accreditation with beavers, where there's only those that are accredited that will vote. I mean, if the system is not hacked, that is commendable. That's
but okay,
I'm coming.
I can also tell you
I'm
that
coming
it's
now.
also bad that we have 90 million registered voters.
I am coming. That is commendable, and expanding the network is commendable. But what I don't want Ethiopians to learn, I don't want them to learn that the same day you conducted the election, you were able to transmit the House of Rep members' result and the Senate members' result electronically, and that of the president you are not able to transmit that.
So you don't do it manually.
Ethiopians should not learn that. Collection of result, and then since 2023, too many by-elections has happened. And that's why I say give me time. And INEC decided to now abandon the little they could transmit electronically and now started manually. Ethiopians should not learn that. You understand me? So now denying people almost WhatsApp will work in everywhere. And we're meant to know that our transmission machine, the IREF system, works like WhatsApp. If I send a message in any remote village or anywhere where the network is not active, when I come into a place where the network is, the message goes. So nothing should have prevented anybody from transmitting anything electronically. Then using those things as a reason to now start collecting money. Ethiopians should not learn that. Now, uploading results from River State, where you see the mutilation, is looking where they are converting 3 to 8 and cleaning it, and still having the boldness to upload it on IREF days and weeks later. Ethiopians should not learn that. So Ethiopia has more things not to learn from us than what to learn.
Okay, all right. When we come back, we'll tell you a lot of things that Ethiopia should not learn from us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Joining us now is Peter. Peter, you're welcome. Philip Okafor was just telling us things because Ethiopia said they were coming to, is it to learn from Nigerian electoral innovations. Our innovations were supposed to be through the beavers and the IREFs. Then we see the result on the screen, but it didn't go well with us. After a while, the thing was not. Now, Okafor is telling us there are things that they can learn, but there are things they should not learn. What do you think they can learn, and what do you think they should not learn?
I think they should be able to learn everything. So when they learn everything, they have to. You are stuck with me. They should be able to learn everything and improve on what they have learned. You know, I listened to Okafor when he was speaking, especially about things they should not learn. I think they should learn them and jettison them, because if they don't, because you know, you learn some certain things and say, okay, this is the advantage and disadvantage. You take the advantage home and you throw away the disadvantage. Those things we are saying that they shouldn't learn. Those are the disadvantage about the, because what we have seen in this country is that the improvement, the innovation that was supposed to give us joy, become our greatest pains, because you are an advocate of the option A4 system of election that passed. This is what we supposed they are coming to learn, but they shouldn't learn the negative aspect of our innovations.
For me,
they should also not to learn after INEC had declared just to go to court. They shouldn't come and learn that. That's what I'm adding to all that Okafor has said. They shouldn't let go to court, because our INEC, the umpire that we tell those who lose to go to court, not even the so-called winners. So it's INEC. They shouldn't learn that from our INEC.
For me,
just briefly.
For me, it's the motive for them coming choosing Nigeria. That's what you should look at. Why Nigeria? We've not had best of elections for a while. We have Ghana that just did their own, they were successful. We have South Africa. Why Nigeria?
And Malawi.
So why Nigeria? That's the question we should ask. Have they come to learn how to manipulate their own election, perpetuate some people in power? But if you want a electoral process that has worked, Nigeria is not an example where you should come and learn. Get what I'm going to. Nigeria is not an example. So the government in power, are we sending your electoral body to come and learn how to get wrong people into government? But our electoral system is flawed. It's everybody has complained. EU, European Union, every observer that have come to observe our elections, they've complained. So what are they learning? What can we? A bad teacher, what can you teach? You cannot teach bad ends. So if they want to ruin their own credibility in the electoral process, they should come and learn from us. We are good at that. If you want a place that your people's vote does not count, we can teach you that. But if you want to make progress on your electoral system, Nigeria is not an example as of today to learn from. For me, there's nothing they should learn from us if you want to move forward.
Okay, all right, there's nothing they should learn from us. Let's go quickly to see the forgery case against the Minister of Innovation. I mean, it seems not to be going away very quickly. What do you think the minister should do? Resign?
Should he resign? Or shouldn't he? Is he the first person that has done it in Nigeria?
Wow.
So, see, a country where a preach reigns, what do you expect? I'm not trying to be sarcastic here. What happens to our president? Have we seen his results? Have they published his schools he went to? Why spend so much to block Chicago from releasing the result to us to see? So when the head has a comma, it cascades down.
The federal government spoke that they cannot speak on this matter because it's in court. Now, until the court decides, they're not going to say
that shows high level of. I don't want to use a foul language here. In a sense, society, when such issues comes up, you have to step aside. On this matter, as a result, the key players have said, you think, youth service, NYC, have said they didn't issue the certificate. The university has spoken up. So what are we doing for court to resolve? I know how our court system works. Who said this thing will be this case will adjudicate on this case by end of this day? This case can be a court till this government goes out of power. The right thing for us to do, for this government to set their face, is to ask this man to step aside until this is resolved. Him trying to blame Enugu State governor or blame other people is laughable. Because if you hadn't done this, they won't have anything to attack you with. If you hadn't forged it, now you're claiming that you went to court, you are mandating the school to give you a transcript. Transcript is not a statement of results. How did you get the result with which you obtain your NYC certificate? You have to go to NYC with a result. So who issued you the result? So this court is just to form distractions. The basic question should be answered. Where did you get the result to acquire this?
Okay, all right, Philip, you know, during clearance, during graduation, there's a clearance, and everybody, the clearance, you take your clearance round, then your name is on the list of those that are graduating, and the faculty forwards it to the Senate. Senate approves the results, and there's a mobilization officer. I don't know how your school works. There's a mobilization officer for NYC. So there's a mobilization office. So you are now mobilized for youth service until the Senate sits down on your results and is cleared that you have done all your courses. There's no way you're going to get a certificate. And if you are not mobilized, there's no way you can get an NYC mobilization. It seems this man has forgotten that most of us too went to school. He has gone to the court that he should be given a transcript. He definitely has a transcript. The school did not say that he did not attend UNN, but that he didn't graduate. In fact, they named a particular course called virology that he had he failed. that he needed to receipt, and the school wrote him to receipt the course, which he declined. And as a result of that, the Senate couldn't sit down on his result because he hasn't graduated. Now, what we are talking about is the forgery. Where did he get the result from? How did he get the NYSC certificate? How was he mobilized? How did he get all these things? These are already cases. I mean, throw more light, please.
You see, I'm glad that you took the line you took when you said school processes the way we know it. You don't go to NYSC on your own. Rather, it is the school that mobilizes and sends name to NYSC. And then when you are mobilized, you go to school to see publication that you have been posted to so place. You collect your call-up paper from. You don't go. You have nothing to do with the NYSC office. That's the way I understand it. So now, you're talking about why in court. Have you forgotten it is this it is the section of the government we understand the word go to court if there's an issue. It is in this government when their election was being challenged. In fact, before the election was challenged, the umpire said, go to court if you feel dissatisfied. The man has gone to court, went to UN and I have certificate, give me my transcript. What is that? And then you wait for the court outcome, and the presidency has responded that, look, yes, we are aware of the issue, but we can't do anything. We are waiting the outcome of the court. The matter is sub judice. It's their tactics. Now, the question of the forgery comes to light. Why is it that how did this man get this certificate, like rightly asked? How? Because these processes, how did he beat it? Now, this is where we talk about the implementers of our rules, of our laws. How did he get NYSC discharge certificate? Who issued it? Who signed it? With whose help? That's the level of corruption we have in this country. How decayed this country has come to. That somebody not only forged a result, is forged an NYSC discharge certificate. You see, if you want to, this is a kind of form, when you open it, a lot of fun will come out of it. If you want to really, do justice to this matter, INEC should be investigated. UN should be investigated. Not the one they are saying. They should do internal investigation, because UN legislative paper is involved. Some persons signed. Some names were there that signed. He didn't sign the certificate that is parading now in his own name.
Yeah.
There's a name in those certificates signed. Those people should be brought to be. They should be questioned. You see, this thing is not going to go away anytime soon until we address the root cause of all this issue. And that is why I said, and I will continue to say, that one good head that will be able to assemble other good head. That is what we need to put this country straight. And where do we get that good head from? It's from the people. So that's why I can't help to agree with my colleague, the one who said, he has said it before and he said it again today, that look, it is not leadership problem, it is the people's problem. Until the people re-examine themselves and put themselves together to say that, look, we are prepared to live right from now on, we are going to live right. We are not going to just live anyhow. That is where we'll be able to elect, with that statement, they will be able to elect a leader that is prepared to lead. And that is where you get to start from.
All right, from what I know of transcripts, you don't apply for transcript for yourself. I don't know other schools, but I think I know a little knowledge of transcript, because right now it's based on the fact that he has applied that the school should give him transcript. School don't give you transcripts. As it talks, it's transcribed to another college or institution that you want your academic records. Because I've applied for school before outside, for example, Ahmadu Bello University. If you are doing a master's there, you don't need a transcript because it's internal. But I've applied for a school in the US before, and they transcribed that result to that school. I don't know the basis for which he's asking for a transcript.
Yeah, let me speak on transcripts.
Okay.
You see, transcripts, yes, by the policy here, transcripts are not given to individuals.
Yes.
by privilege, some of us school in outside this country. When you finish a school, they give you both your certificate and your transcript. The transcript means that every level of your study,
at every point,
they will give you your personal own. And if you want it to be transferred, like you described, to
another school,
you will also apply for that. But as soon as you are graduating from foreign school, today
they give you
both your certificate and your
transcript
to show, because over there, if you apply for just some job, some company wants to know your performances in various
field,
so that they can know how to
assign you.
Exactly. So with your transcript, they will say, okay, this course, this module you did very well, you had XYZ. So yes, maybe it's on that plank that is standing up to apply for transcript. But naturally, by the Nigerian policy,
yes,
we don't transcript and not give it
to students.
I have the privilege of schooling both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, so I can speak on both how transcripts is being managed.
But this one is in Nigeria.
It's in Nigeria, so he does not have the right
to ask for
the policy has changed.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That let's say time evolves. So
yes.
We don't know what happened. Our own time, this is what happened.
From what he say, his graduation will be at par with us, or even if not earlier than us.
So
it's the same policy.
1985.
Those that should have applied for his transcript are those that screened him. So he went through a process before appointed.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he's applying for his transcript. He should be applying for his certificates.
Yes.
He should be applying for his certificates.
A certified true copy of his certificate.
Not transcript.
Yes.
It's like DSS, other people to see how he performed. So this doesn't hold water. And one good thing about Nigerians, to cause confusion, you throw in a lot of things that are not necessary. Yesterday he said that the VC of UNN is a card carrying member of PDP. To cause distractions which are not necessary.
And he also accused the governor of Enugu State.
I want to disagree with you. He said this thing will not go out anytime soon. I just have to disagree with you that Nigerian being who are in the next 2 weeks, this will be out of the news. They look for another distraction. They will cause another distraction.
What I am saying is this corruption, this forgery, it's not going to go away anytime soon, except the root cause is treated.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about this. No. They will introduce another distraction.
It's only on the day of sitting that you hear of it, and that's all. Then 4 years will be completed. It's only 2 years to wait.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Before we round up, those in the ADC, the echelon of ADC, are meeting the chairman, the legal officer, and the National Working Committee of the ADC. They've been meeting, and we hope that they will come out with something substantial, since they are quite, of course they still have some matters in court, but this is
I think it's their first NWC meeting of the party,
after they've been recognized by INEC.
Yes, I think it's first, which is commendable. Every party should have their meetings and plan for the next election coming, how to get more people on board, how to establish offices in every state, how to strategize to move the party forward. It is a good thing. It's commendable.
Okay.
So, and their chairman, David Mark, said, look, this ADC is going to be one of the biggest party in Africa. It's going to be bigger than every personality. And they are going to ensure that there is eternal democracy. They are going to it's going to be more of the people and not self.
Yeah.
So let's see. The meeting is still ongoing. When they finish, they will come up with a statement. For the statement to come out. When it come out, we won't have but to talk about it.
Okay, all right. But in closing, I don't know any of you if you have noticed that our minister, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, has not had a press briefing this month.
The month is still young.
No, by now should have. He's normally the first week.
Oh.
Yes.
Have you observed that Abuja, the most big body you see in Abuja is him and president? I was wondering, is it only
No.
Is it only for
Very few you have the one of president. We have some people that are congratulating him, which are not known faces, that are telling him that he has done so
all
well.
the way from Kubwa to town, you see, is he running for an office?
He's the minister of FCT.
But when you bring a local man into a city, that's how it is. You find out that all the green area that we used to enjoy in Abuja, the gardens,
it's closing them up.
In Port Harcourt, what they do is to build their house. There's no airspace for anybody. So But you should realize that this is Abuja, this is not Port Harcourt.
He has revoked the license or the CFO or of all the
gardens and
you
see all the green areas, you see that they are being choked.
Most of them, we now have houses being built on them as we speak.
I was driving through area 8, I saw that all the something like the valley and all of that.
Yes, all the valley where waterways and all that, they are all being taken up.
Whatever corridor on that Kuba Images Expressway. What's only Kaka shops now? No, those green areas are all gone.
All the the grey areas are going. You know, Port Harcourt used to be the garden city.
Yes.
Until they turn it into now maybe that's what they want to turn Abuja to. And lately I saw that the refuse disposal, they are trying to clear the refuse.
He said within 2 weeks they will award the contract and the hotel will be over.
It shouldn't be a contract. It should be a rolling thing.
It should be that has been there.
It should be a demand that
company that can do the job. So
okay, let it not be the one-off thing. Or not be after two months that we'll see them little over this town again.
During this rainy season, where you have a lot of bushes around, we used to see people mowing the places. They are no longer there
because they don't. The man doesn't believe in green area. Why should you keep people mowing? He wants to breed on them. So.
No,
did you hear him that in Guaripana, all those green areas by the road, they are now shops,
cash shops,
so that they can now cash shops that can collect revenue.
There are a lot of cash shops springing all around town.
Revenue generation.
Abuja is a city we should preserve the beauty of Abuja. We should start planting more trees.
And we can see a lot of what's it called, a tenement rate request be spreading around, but refugees are everywhere. They are hauling people to court for tenement rate, but they are not giving people services. Okay, all right. Our dear minister, please, we are asking that we need services in Abuja. We recognize that you are building the roads. Thank you. The Kuje Road, all the roads that you're doing, the bridges, but they are what you call services that we enjoy in this city. We have quite more civilized people in this city, and we won't mind having those services. Good road security, whatever you are doing, we just want you to improve on these things. Thank you, Mr. Minister. All right, on this note, we're going to sign off. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
So this evening, we are all P raised to power 3.
Okay, PK.
Philip.
Oh, really?
Peter.
Okay, all right. All right, bye-bye. Thank you.